Hey everybody, this is Miss Hamilton coming back to you for another fun math video. So if you will remember the last time that you watched me, I left you with a little challenge of solving 10 minus 6, okay? So I hope that everybody has had time to solve that problem or has at least attempted to solve it. But if you haven't, go ahead and grab a pen, and some paper, marker, old piece of mail, whiteboard, anything you can. That way we can go ahead and we can solve it together now, okay? So again, I said that we were going to solve 10 minus 6 equals, okay? Again, remember, there's more than one way of writing a subtraction problem. You can have it from left to right, as we have written, or even from top to bottom, okay? But for right now, we are going to be focusing on writing it from left to right. Okay, so the problem at hand that we're trying to figure out is, what does 10 minus 6 equal? So if you'll remember from our first video, we first had to find out what we were starting with. How many are we starting with, okay? We are starting with 10. So what I want you to do is go ahead and draw yourself 10 objects, count out 10 objects, so that you know exactly how many we're starting with. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw myself circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and what I'm going to do just to double check my work is I'm going to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I do in fact have 10. Okay, so you should have 10 objects drawn, 10 lines, 10 squares, 10 hearts, count out 10 cubes, 10 dice, whatever you need to do that works for you. I want you to go ahead and do that, okay? So in our problem, we would read it as 10 minus 6 equals. That means we're taking 6 from 10, okay? So that means I need to go back and I need to cross out, erase, whatever you drew or counted out. You need to erase or take away 6 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so everybody should have that done by now. So we are trying to figure out again what 10 minus 6 equals. Okay, so I have taken away 6 of my circles, and I need to find out how many I'm left with. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that would mean that 10 minus 6 equals 4. Okay, in order to double check my work, I am going to draw back 6 of my circles to make sure that 10 minus 6 does in fact equal 4. Okay, so I have 4 and I'm going to give myself 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I drew 6 back. Now let's count how many we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so yes, 10 minus 6 does in fact equal 4. So very good job on that. Very good job of drawing it or counting out your Legos, whatever you done. I'm glad that you're putting forth the effort in mastering subtraction problems. So if you will, just go ahead and erase your board or get you a new sheet of paper out. As I told you in my first video, I was going to give you the challenge of subtracting within 20, okay? I want to challenge your student, your child, to go to that next level, okay? So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to solve a few problems that are subtraction problems within 20. Okay, so I want everybody to go ahead and just put your markers down for right now. I want you to watch me solve this problem. So the problem we're going to be solving is 13 minus 7. And again, we are going to be solving them from left to right for right now. So if everybody will just read it with me. 13 minus 7 equals, okay? And remember, when we see the subtraction sign, we say minus, okay? So we know that I'm starting out with 13, okay? So that means that I need to draw or count out 13 objects. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, to make sure and double check my work that I do in fact have 13, I want to make sure I don't have too many or not enough. I'm going to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I do in fact have 13 circles, okay? So now what you would do is, in order to solve the problem, you need to look back at your equation and figure out how many you are supposed to take away from 13. Because remember, the first number that you read in your equation, that's how many you're starting with. The number that is after the subtraction symbol is how many you're going to be taking away. Because remember, subtraction is when you're taking something away from something else, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to erase 7 of my circles or my dots, because after my subtraction symbol, I see the number 7, and that lets me know that I need to take 7 away from 13, okay? So let's go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I just carefully counted 7 dots that I erased. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back and I'm going to count how many I have left. Okay, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that tells me that when I take 7 away from 13, so 13 minus 7, that is going to equal 6, okay? And what I'm going to do to double check my work and make sure that I am right is I'm going to draw myself back 7 dots, because that's how many that I took away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and I'm going to count it up to make sure that it comes back to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 13 minus 7 does in fact equal 6. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a problem together. So go ahead and pick up your paper and pen, pencil, marker, whatever you have, and we're going to solve one more problem together. And again, parents, just want to remind you that I did upload additional subtraction videos in Google Classroom. In case this wasn't enough, I want to make sure that I'm supplementing them and giving them that support to understand subtraction that much more. So the next problem that we're going to be solving is we're going to do 15 minus 5. So again, we're writing problems from left to right now, okay? So again, I'm going to read you this problem. 15 minus 5 equals. So in a subtraction problem, whenever we see the subtraction symbol, we say minus, okay? Because we read it, we say it as we read it, okay? So if you see 15 minus 5 equals, that would be how you say it. 15 minus 5 equals, okay? So now what we're going to do is we need to figure out how many are we starting with. And what did Ms. Hamilton tell you? She told you that the first number that you read and that you see whenever you read your subtraction problem, that tells you how many you're starting with. So in this case, we're starting with 15. So go ahead and draw me 15 objects, count out 15 Legos, objects, whatever, draw it, count it, whatever you got to do. Have 15 of them, okay? So I'm going to count out loud, and then I'm going to double check myself and make sure that I drew 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, okay? So I'm going to count to double check myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I do in fact have 15. So everybody should have 15 objects drawn, counted out, Just make sure you've got it in front of you. That way we make sure we've got that visual, okay? So we're going to refer back to our original problem, and it tells us that we should be subtracting 15 minus 5, okay? That means we are taking 5 away from 15, because remember, Miss Hamilton told you that the number after the subtraction symbol is going to be how many you're taking away. That's your clue that that's how many you're supposed to take away from, okay? So how many squares should I erase? 5, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count out 5 squares that I need to erase, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, it's smeared on my board a little bit, but that's okay because you can see that they are no longer written on my board. So now what I can do is I can go back and I can count how many squares I'm left with to find out what 15 minus 5 equals, okay? So I want everybody to count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So, based on the work that I've done, this tells me that 15 minus 5 equals 10, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 5 squares back to make sure that I'm double checking that 15 minus 5 does in fact equal 10, okay? So I'm going to draw it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see if when I draw 5 back, because remember, I took away 5, if that does in fact equal 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good job. So 15 minus 5 does in fact equal 10. Okay, very good job, everybody. Again, I just want to reiterate that I did upload additional subtraction videos. The video that the kids loved right before school took a little break, the subtraction cat video is on there. I also have some Jack Hartman videos on there. If those videos aren't working and if mine aren't helping any, please feel free to reach out to me by email. And if you have any questions, just let me know. But if not, I will see you next time. Be safe, everybody.